Hello everyone and welcome to Decisions Point Coffee Table. Today we have Sanjay with us, who is the CTO of Decision Point. Welcome Sanjay.
Thank you, Ashish, for inviting me.
So, as you are the CTO, I have brought up a very interesting topic for you, that is technology changing lives. So, firstly, how would you think technology will change the world in next few years?
I mean, technology has been changing our lives, right? Since the early man, discovered fire, or probably, started using a wheel. So, I mean, it has been playing a role for us since the Stone Ages, and I mean, it's a progression. It will keep on going on. Within last 10 years, the progress of technology has been quite fast, right? A lot of it would be in the virtual world, but another field which I think is ready to be disrupted is, battery or the electricity technology, right? There are a lot of innovations going on around it. But as and when we find new types of superconductors, I mean, the efficiency levels of machines will go far better than they are right now, and with far less in energy, we will be able to, do a lot more. And I mean, in the end, it is economy. Everything is related with energy. So hopefully that also, decreases the income divide which is there, right? So that is what I think is one of the biggest area for setup for disruption right now. And with all those electrical vehicles coming in, I think we will see something really good coming out.
Okay, so like with technology changing our lives, one of the main things that come in today's era is virtual reality. So, do you think one day the virtual reality world would be so popular or vast that we will be spending most of our lives inside them? What could be the consequences of such a world?
I mean, let's do a thought experiment here. Let's say we are some way able to find out, right, how our consciousness works, and let's say it's a function of it's something which can be taken out of you and stored somewhere, like an artificial intelligence. It's basically some mathematical functions, right? Some gradient descent or some what do we call them, deltas here and there being calculated, turning out outputs different for each input which we given. Right now, if we are able to find a function which basically translates into consciousness and we are able to do it, I mean, will you be ready to basically take out your consciousness, put into a device and kept for eternity, or probably moved into a different body altogether? Probably not even biological, probably a metallic robocop sort of a body or a transformer sort of a body. Will you be ready to do that? I mean, there are so many implications to this. I mean, we have now started to inject these small devices into the body, wearable tech, right? Embedded tech someday, but that is still, I mean, we haven't really figured out how AI, I mean, the sentient AI we can develop. If we are able to develop sentient AI, that would be something path-breaking, probably very dangerous as well. But the other thing is where we are able to find out the source of our own sentience and able to transfer it. I mean, that would be again something pretty amazing. Been recently reading a book, a novel, The Three-Body Problem, where, I mean, what they do is they take a electron in far away alien civilization, they then wrap it into 11 dimensions, send it across onto Earth, and then starts to play with the people's mind as well as with the scientists who are all around, right? So a very fearful sort of a situation which can come up. But then there are a lot of good things as well. I mean, people who have been paralyzed, they being able to really walk, do things which they couldn't. Or think of somebody who has gone blind or was blind since birth, if they are able to really see due to tech. I mean, there is, so as it is always, right, it has both negative and positive consequences. It is our choices which will decide what we actually do.
Oh yes, yeah, that makes sense. So, there is one argument that universe is computable. So, do you think that this argument is valid? Like the world is divided over the topic whether the world is a simulation or not. So, what is your take on that?
Again, another book I am reading, Super Forecasters. Recently, just there was the page which I was on, it was talking about a person named Lawrence. So you have heard of the butterfly effect, right? Where a butterfly flapping in Mexico or in Brazil, causes a thunderstorm in Japan, a typhoon, right? So I mean, what that guy says, Lawrence says, is that it's impossible, right? There are non-deterministic things within the system, so it's very difficult. Again, with quantum physics and all, nowadays we have gone away from the Laplacian argument that it's like a beautiful clock, right? An intelligent clockmaker probably has created a system. So from that standpoint, it is, I personally think that it's not computable, but then there is the argument that, right, the total amount of energy which is there, or matter plus energy in the universe is constant, so there are only transformations happening. But information, I think, is still not very well understood in that manner, and I'm still not very convinced. Then there is another argument. Even if I am convinced, there is this Gödel's incompleteness theorem. So from within the system, whether I will not be able to really tell whether it's a completely computable environment or not. So again, very difficult question to answer. My personal belief is that as of now, it seems like, it's non-deterministic. So.
Okay, so with all these technological advancements happening every day, like every second, we talked about VR and etc. Is there any advancement that worries you personally?
As I said, every technology can be used for good things. It can be used for bad things. So, but still, if somehow we are able to develop a sentient AI, you will not be able to stop it from wreaking havoc. You have heard of those laws of robotics, right? I forgot the guy's name, but they're all novel things when it comes to, by novel I mean fiction, right? When it comes to the real world, if there is a sentient AI, which has become sentient, I don't know. Then again, there are scientific experiments which lately have started to worry people, right? Although not going into conspiracies, but even, let's say, a biological experiment goes out of hand, could be quite dangerous. A physics experiment going on in CERN, going out of hand. Probably they are trying to create a miniature black hole which they're not able to control, and everything is gone. Could happen. Yes. But then life is full of uncertainties. It could be that an asteroid can come next moment and destroy all of us, like the dinosaurs. Probably somebody asked the dino CTO, what did he thought about the future? Next moment there was an asteroid and everything got destroyed. There's this saying, right? Give me the strength to change what I can and the courage to bear what I can't. Right? That's what it is.
Okay, that was very insightful. Thank you so much, Sanjay, for such a wonderful conversation.
Thanks, Ashish. Nice talking with you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.